I decided to bring our no-tie friends and crew to today's K-Days event for summer 2023. This experience, of course, like when you go to any state fair or carnival, you'll have the craziest times of your life. You probably fear that one ride would mean it would end up malfunctioning and it would end up collapsing from high, that it'll fall and you'll hurt yourself. But it never happens. Despite the trust of engineers, you still psychologically just fear it. Our crew is going to take you today for a special trip to K-Days, and you are coming with us. This is our Nova Tiberium, heading to today's K-Days event in the nicest weather we've got in town.
I'm Evan, and we are here at K-Days 2023.
For the alcohol.
For the alcohol, for the rides, for the food,
The shirtless men.
and the Lost Kids Center.
Okay, we are not here for alcohol and we are not here for Lost Kids section, but that would be a blooper. Okay, take.
And I'm Travis. The only reason I'm here is to see all the shirtless men around.
And I'm here to try the crazy rides, all the food, everything. Yeah.
Our first stop is the Banzai ride. Travis and Piper are destined to go ride on the scary upside down ride together. The ride was over. What an experience. But for some bizarre reason, Travis is unable to leave. He tried to get Piper to help, but soon after, the ride operator comes to his rescue and Travis is able to be freed. Next stop, the Egyptian ride.
Okay, we're going on this one. With our little buddy here. And our little buddy here. Wait. That's a good buddy. Wait to the camera. And we're going on this one. We're just waiting our turn. For sure will be a really great ride.
For sure for me, it was one hell of a scary ride. I couldn't just pull out my phone to film it.
Alright everybody, we're in the Ferris right now. And also with us, we got Travis and Piper with us. And unfortunately, yeah, they're going to be filming it from the outside because it would be a little weird if I, so ha ha ha.
So somebody else filmed it on my behalf from the outside point of view. And I felt like it was going to fall off and fly. After 2 crazy rides, it is time to feed ourselves. While we are now able to try the weird food offered at K-Days like ketchup ice cream or Kool-Aid chicken burger, we're able to find something decent that we can tolerate. And besides, not everyone wants to tolerate the weird food options. Unless you look at CNE in Toronto, which is the Torontonian version of K-Days, well, you'll see it's a bit more disgusting. For me, I got a pizza slice from a nearby pizza booth I was able to find.
Hello? Can I have 1 pepperoni pizza slice, please? And can you get me 1 pop? How much is it? So in total, this would be $11, right?
I did get a pepperoni pizza slice and an iced tea, fountain drink, for almost, I don't know, maybe $11 or something, because I remember giving them a $20 bill and they got $10 back in change for something like that. But for this kind of overpriced food, and it doesn't even look Italian, it looks more American, because Italian style pizza looks different. Meanwhile, let us check in on somebody, because someone got something a little that I cannot describe.
I didn't know that at the time. They're just like a cement building. Are we just supposed to stand here? Are we supposed to follow them?
How much did it cost?
How much did it cost? Well, it reminded me of that time we were in like this gray cement building. And like they decorated it with like Christmas lights and all that jazz. I didn't want to go in there because it was a bar, right? I didn't want to go in. So I stayed outside and there were like a bunch of these cats. And I was like, oh cool. I guess I like cats at the time, so I tried following one. I tried to catch one myself, my bare hands, but it was dumb because like, how are you supposed to get one?
Right?
So I let it like scamper off into the jungle.
And that's how you get this food, right?
Yeah, basically. And then I went back in the building because I was just bored.
And how much did it cost you at K-Days?
It cost me everything.
Great. It is worth the $22.
It's very good for you.
10 out of 10? Thumbs up. How much did these cost for one?
$6 each.
$6 each.
Refreshing. Very refreshing. Yeah, I would go 10.
10 out of 10.
It's pretty good. I like it.
Can you rate it 1 to 10?
7.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Would you try again?
No, probably not.
Never again, he says, but he still managed to finish all of it. Meanwhile, we get to see a rolling piano. Weird to look at. It feels like special effects, right? Anyways, on to our next ride, Crazy Mouse. If any of you know the band AJR, they've also rode on this ride back in 2019 when they performed at a K-Days concert. And Sonic 1029, which is an alternative radio station in Edmonton, if you don't know what that station is, it's on 1029 FM. They collaborated with AJR to make a POV video of them going on the Crazy Mouse ride.
We are going on Crazy Mouse. It's really fun. No loop-de-loop, unfortunately, but we've been laying on one line for a while. It'll be a good time.
I screamed until my throat hurts.
That's pretty good.
Rate 1 out of 10.
8.
Did you feel scared?
No.
Not at all. I felt very scared.
Yeah. That was a great ride. I love it. Love spinning.
Can you elaborate further?
super adrenaline rush. It's the greatest adrenaline.
And 1 out of 10 you rate it.
I'll give it a 7. 7.
Ride again?
Nah.
It's really good. 10 out of 10. Super fun. Yeah. 10 out of 10. 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 Yes, of course.
Just near the Crazy Mouse ride, we found a Filipino ice cream shop. And the ice cream looks a little bit different, and you have a lot of flavors to choose from. The boys and Piper got their own, so let's see what they have to say about the flavors they picked.
Mini belts.
1 out of 10.
This is a throwback right here.
This is a BMS out of 10. Break my scale.
And what's his?
This is like 100 out of 10. This is cookie dough. This is a throwback.
A throwback. And do you like the taste?
Oh yeah, I would commit war crimes if I got Dippin' Dots. I got Dippin' Dots as a reward for it. I would do it.
Oh my god. Makes sense. 11.
11 out of 10.
Yeah, it's almost gone, and that proves how good it is.
1 out of 10.
I'd give it, hey,
Give it what?
if you're gonna write a Bible about something because you love it so much, Dippin' Dots, man. Or 10 out of 10.
Banana split.
And rate it 1 out of 10, and why do you like it?
5.
5 and why?
Not like the best.
Like it's not that good, right?
No.
I see. And he already finished his before we fully reveal. You love it?
Yeah, man.
1 out of 10.
Really refreshing. 10 out of 10.
Would you order it again?
Really good. Really good.
Really good, very good.
Yeah, man. Yep.
For me, I decided to try out more deep fried Oreos. They're really good, but it's overpriced, unfortunately.
Hi, fried Oreos are $10, correct? Can I have deep fried Oreos, please? Deep fried Oreo. One, yes, one.
$10? You could find a cheap one at the street performers in Edmonton last week. Before this, and it would be cheaper than $10.
Yeah, this is deep fried Oreos. I think it's decent. I give it, 7 out of 10, but I'll try again. Don't got me answer.
Is that good?
I'm gonna say it might be worth the money. After all, it's really tasty.
My name is Evan. Bumper cars. Now, bumper cars is one of the greatest rides ever because you can feed into your carnal desires and just head-on collisions with people. Like maybe we can't do them at 110 kilometers an hour, but we can do them at like 5 kilometers an hour. My goal, everybody who touches my cart will have whiplash by the end of it.
It's time for my favorites and everybody's favorite bumper cars. Let's see if I can simulate the stupidity of Edmontonian drivers. No offense to the good ones, I apologize.
So this is her natural environment. nightclub, I can live up my homicidal persistent in my car really fast.
Yes, and I'm going to say my opinion. This was a fun one. I hit you guys.
Yeah.
So 1 out of 10, would you try this ride again?
Yeah, I'd definitely try it again.
10 out of 10, right?
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Turns out Tim Hortons has a booth at K-Days. However, it is not the full Tim Hortons experience, but the plus side is it's all free. Only downside, these are sample sizes to promote Tim Hortons' new summer drinks.
Hi, can you get me 2 samples of Quencher's Peach? Peach, yes, peach. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
There is a Tim Hortons near the grounds, but you cannot bring in outside food to K-Days.
Out there with Evan, and I gave him a sample of the Quencher's Peach because it's free. I didn't realize this is a scaled down Tim Hortons, you guys, and they don't have any weird items as they sell it in the CNE in Toronto. So it's just sample size to promote. It's not like the full item you'll get. So.
However, unlike the CNE in Toronto, Tim Hortons doesn't put out exclusive menu items for K-Days. In the CNE Toronto version of the Tim Hortons booth, last year there were weird combination of food items that you won't be able to find at other Tim Hortons stores unless it happens in the near future. It also can be confusing to some people, as some people may fool themselves thinking it is an actual Tim Hortons location. The whole purpose of K-Days is to be an exhibition, not just for rides and food. We went inside the Edmonton Expo Center to check out some things, and we need a break from the heat for a while. I wasn't able to get that much footage because I was focused on the liquid nitrogen ice cream. Speaking of which, this is liquid nitrogen ice cream. It's a really interesting science experiment, but will the overpriced cost of the ice cream be worth the liquid nitrogen?
I haven't started the ice cream yet. The balls are a nice gimmick. They don't really taste like anything. But like for little kids to be like, yo, I'm baking. That's the point of it. So I'm gonna give it.
But then we lost it in the aisle of the
Definitely not worth it. I give it like a 3 out of 10. I haven't tried the ice cream yet though. Ice cream might be different. But it's just like normal ice cream.
So you're saying this is not worth the $12 we spent?
Whatever it was, $14.75. We paid $12 because the guy found JQ. So yeah. But not worth it.
Turns out it is not as what we expect, but you'll be able to find few outlets here like case shops, other shops, tattoo parlors, exhibitions on future innovations, and of course Katie's merch shop just outside of the exhibition areas. Last ride we're hopping on, the Ferris wheel. Originally, we wanted to go on the small one, but the line was too full, so we decided to just go on the big one and capture the best views of the city and also test everybody's fear of heights limits.
Oh God! I got a fear of heights. I forgot about this. I forgot. Help me out. Help me out. Look at all these peasants.
You know what I was reading about last night?
What?
The greatest engineering disasters in history.
Well, it's the Ferris wheel. It's pretty cool.
And we got stuck on it.
I'm addicted to alcohol.
Yes, it is normal to be stuck on the Ferris wheel.
Guys, I forgot how to fear of heights. I forgot. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Swing it.
Not throw articles from the gondola. Just grab his phone.
Lean back.
Wait.
Lean back.
How it works is it would start up, then stop regardless where you're at, start up again, and stop, and you'll go through a whole circular motion, like maybe a couple times, until you finally land back, ending the ride.
I don't have any shirt. Please don't stop us. Please don't stop us. Please don't stop us. No, you know why? Because these guys are going to stop us. Why are they going to do it? Hey! There's a screw loose! You can't hear me. That's why they have the music so loud, is that like they don't want people to be afraid of their death, they just have to happen. I never realized that there's a horse racing thing. I probably did that. My favorite part about this ride, and I think the camera should see this, is that I'm getting my hand held.
He's right. I'm holding his hand. I held his hand the entire time on the Ferris wheel. But in reality, it wasn't too fast, but I had to do it for the sake of my safety, I guess. But if I go on the next time, I promise, I won't hold anybody's hand.
It is quite romantic. I'm having a great time. I love yelling at the people on the gravity drop. There's a screw loose! That there's a screw loose. Because there's nothing that gets more excited than the fear of potential death.
Pretty cool. It's lasting longer than I thought.
That's what she said. These two lovebirds haven't made a move on each other yet.
Rate 1 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Would you ride again?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it's actually like to leave you on here quite a long time. Maybe we're stuck up here. We'll never know. We're just stuck here for the rest of the week. Yeah. What do you think?
Honestly, it's nice. They should have put seat belts, they should have put windows, they should have put stuff, but honestly, 5 out of 10. I might try this again one of these days. Just look at that view. But
Seatbelts. The problem isn't falling out. If the cart falls off the thing, seatbelts aren't going to help you out.
that's true.
And if you want windows, then it's not a Ferris wheel, it's more of a gondola instead.
Well, the car is called the gondola. Now we just made our descent.
Looking back, it wasn't too bad as I thought. I should have got better shots, but it's time to leave the Ferris wheel and complete our trip to K-Days with mini donuts. No trip to K-Days is complete without their signature mini donuts.
And we managed to find one, huh?
You place your order for mini donuts like usual, but then they'll give you a ticket, which you have to present to the guys who will make your mini donuts once you're called up. And you're asked if you can put it with any kind of seasoned sugar, powdered sugar, whatever that is. And you have yourself a bag of mini donuts. We got ours for $10.
Last one on elephant here. The mini donuts are a staple classic, right? I probably have sugar on my face, but like you said earlier, you can't go to K-Days and not get the mini donuts. I think there's 7 deadly sins. I think that would be the 8th deadly sin. So you have like lust, greed, wrath, not buying mini donuts on K-Days. Like, you gotta do it. I'd give it a solid 8. It's more just the experience. Like, it's not the most perfect donut, but it's still pretty good. It's crispy too. I like a nice crispy donut.
I like it. Pretty good.
And do you agree with me and Evan's statement that no trip to K-Days is complete without them?
That's right.
Rate from 1 to 10.
7.
7 out of 10. Why?
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 I don't know. They're all right. Like, yeah, a 7 out of 10.
Before we say goodbye, I'm also going to share my final opinion on today's trip to K-Days. You can feel your wallet quickly getting loose because the food, the admission, the tickets, they can be a lot of expensive. But if you buy early bird before K-Day starts and have a plan in advance, you have saved up to $6. For example, if you buy Ride All Day from Save On Foods, you would be paying most likely around $48, whereas when you buy Ride All Day passes online, it would become $53 due to the tax difference. But even then, if you go to K-Days last minute and general admission, adult prices would have been around close to $20. But on Sunday, July 23rd of 2023, the Edmonton Public Library has a partnership with K-Days, which allows EPL library card members to enter K-Days for free. Unfortunately, it is only just for that one day and will not include any rides or anything. For those of you planning to go to K-Days in future years, it is unknown whether EPL will continue this promotion in next year or future editions of K-Days. The security, also when you enter K-Days, for me yesterday, it was very busy. It depends on what time you come to K-Days and what day you come to K-Days. But the security can be a little bit strict, but if you just bring a few things, bring water bottle, bring a backpack, well, as long as you have light items, because if you bring the whole backpack, the security will inspect. The food may feel overpriced too. $10 for deep fried Oreos, $10 for mini donuts, and so on. I could go all day. But then if you're going to pay for quality of food, that depends on how cheap or expensive they are. Well, let me tell you, there is a million food stalls, each serving similar purposes. And let me tell you, maybe there's 1,000 mini donut shops around the Midway. So maybe they might have similar prices that can fit your budget. Other than that, stick to the carnival fare food, stick to food you like. Don't waste your money on food like ketchup ice cream and throw it in the garbage after just 2 bites. As for the rides, it depends on your psychology, your health, your mental state, etc. For me, some of the rides were scary enough. Your mileage may vary, but for me the rides are not too bad. But depending on who you are, your mileage may vary with K-Days rides. Most likely, I really did enjoy the bumper cars and probably the Ferris wheel. But maybe will I come back and try more rides again in next year or the future? Probably. If your life is so unpredictable, just get the Ride All Day pass. You will not regret it. Just get it early if you're really strict on saving money. Otherwise, you'll just be stuck with a paper full of tickets that will quickly finish after 2 to 3 rides. And once again, K-Days is exhibition, not just rides. It depends how good or bad these advertising is for this year and future editions. But if you go back in time, they were probably more interesting than the ones we have today. Anyways, that's enough for my opinion if K-Days is worth your wallet or if you should just skip it altogether. But if you really want rides all season long, West Edmonton Mall's Galaxyland is your only hope. Unfortunately, it's Hasbro themed for now, but it's better than nothing.
Thank you for coming with us to K-Days. Real great time, very sweaty time too. It's very hot out today. All the rides were great, lots of fun. I got to hold hands even better. Food was good too. I got through more deep fry than I was expecting, and maybe I might suffer for it later, but you never know. But overall, excellent experience. I will be back again.
I completely agree. It was fun, and it was a good time, yeah.
And would you ever come back?
Yeah, I'll come back.
Rate the whole K-Days experience from 1 to 10, both of you.
10. 10. Goodbye. Goodbye. No, we will see you again sometime soon.
You're such a big star to me. You're everything I wanna be, but you're stuck in a hole, and I want you to get out. I don't know what there is to see, but I know it's time for you to leave. We're all just pushing along, trying to figure it out.